because greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some more. Clap your hands. Some more. Let's get some more.
Well, hello and welcome to this week's edition of My Whiskey Den, your favorite public access whiskey review show where craft whiskey is king. I'm here with Ben and Mike as always, and today, well, before we go into what we're going to be talking about, Mike, do you want to tell the good people at home our lovely rant at the beginning?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Hit that bell notification to find out when new episodes are coming out. Basically, every Monday night is a live episode, and they're usually part of our An Evening With series, which we've done many in the past, and you have to check those out. And we've got some fantastic ones coming up.
And speaking of An Evening With series, we can link back to one up top right now because we did do one with Matt and Mike Blaum, the Blaum Brothers from Galena, Illinois, creating some fantastic whiskey from down there. And we're checking out and doing a review of theirs. It is their straight bourbon whiskey. It is 72% corn, 23% rye, and 5% malted barley. For the most part, it is, the cooperage ages the barrels between 18 and 24 months that are air dried, which means we're probably going to do pretty good with no grain notes on this one.
I have newt, wing of bat,
No green newts either.
bubble, toil and trouble.
And it is 50% alcohol by volume. There's no lizards in this that was used to make it. That's what I know. That's a whole different
All Hallows
thing.
Eve is coming.
Ooh, okay. And this is their bourbon. This is their bourbon, not the Nodder bourbon. This is theirs, which we always commend you on those lovely names. You guys do great.
Yes.
If you've ever been to their website or read one of their bottles, we love how they poke fun at the industry, or just blatantly poke fun at the industry. It makes it pretty enjoyable to see people who can make light of the stupidity that exists, and they're not afraid to take a couple jabs here or there.
Reading their
snark.
Yeah, their descriptions of their own whiskey, it's akin to Tropic Thunder and movies.
Let's spin this around and grab some nosing notes on this. And before we get too far off the wheels, I've made them try a few whiskeys this evening, and I think I'm further off the wheels than either of them. So. Okay, this is a different beast than the last three or four we've had.
Yes.
Wow, as a bourbon compared, the last one we did was the Maker's Mark Distill America edition, and as a bourbon, different beast, a flatter, almost a little denser nose for me, a little bit of dusty corn, still molasses, caramel, but more in the background, hidden with the vanilla, but the vanilla is a little stronger.
I get
and marshmallow.
Yeah.
And I'm getting marshmallow.
Overall, it's like a picnic. It's buttered sweet corn, grilled peaches, vanilla, and there's just the caramel, and just there's a little bit of tobacco. It's like being at a camp out with your friends.
Yeah.
Having a picnic.
I'm in a horse barn on this one, and not in a negative way. It's like reminds me of sweet feed. Molasses and corn and grain, just really rich and dense. I mean, God, you feel like you could cut this with a knife.
Yeah, I'll give you that, man.
There's, I think Crowded Barrel did an alliance release with Balcones, and one of the tasting notes Emma had was horse biscuit, and that's what this puts me in the mind of a little bit. It's in that same vein, kind of. But I'm getting a cherry note in there, and the peaches that you talked about, Mike. So it's almost maybe like peaches and oatmeal.
I can see that.
I gotta go in.
Okay, I'm just loving how I'm liking how there's like this weird flat note to this. That's like dense, flat, kind of covering smell.
Oh man, that's just delicious.
Wow, all that grain just really comes forward. Vanilla.
Mm.
Hot
Vanilla.
honey butter bread.
Wow, it's nice. It's neat to see how it transitions throughout its stages in your mouth. The front end you could swish all day, and you don't find it hot. It only gets hot when you start to swallow or let some air hit it, and it only picks up a little bit. It doesn't pick up a lot there. Okay.
This is like, for me, it's like molasses cookie with raisins in there. I'm even getting, little raisin fruit. It's
Definitely like a darker note like that, not like a plum, but like you said, like a raisin, where it's a rich, dense, been condensed fruit.
maybe a hint of gingerbread in there.
I don't want to say it's hay I'm tasting, but there is. I'm gonna have to find this note.
A little bit of a grassy note. I
A
think it's
little bit of a grassy note, but it's not. It's hard to
and
peg
that's
for
what
me.
I mean. It's for me. It tastes like a young bourbon, but it's a really good young bourbon. I mean, if this thing was older than 3 years, I'd be surprised, honestly. But
No.
do they have an age statement on it?
Hold on, and I gotta find it.
No, I think it's as I said before, they're basically bottled in bond, but they're not calling it bottled in bond. So I think it's 4 years old.
It's 4 years. Okay. Man,
And I can see that even for a 4-year-old, I don't see it being overly young. There's not like a crazy green note or astringent note in it.
mm-mm.
It's lively.
It's to me, it's as rich and as dense as the nose is, in a really good way. I mean, there's a lot of flavors layered in there, and it's just like a rich cake, like you would think of, like how like a baked gingerbread is really rich and dense, or like a molasses cookie kind of thing. It's got that dense sweetness to it, but there's a lot of spice. There's a lot of notes going on in there.
So yeah, you're saying that I added water to it. You're talking
Yeah.
about the denseness and stuff. It's like a batter or a dough.
Okay, and especially when I'm switching it around in the first,
Yeah.
at least half. When I go to swallow, I get this the rye spice kicks up a little bit in it. Oh God, I have it, and then like I stop to listen to you guys, and then it goes away as I'm still drinking because I'm thinking of the other stuff that's happening.
Yeah, you should try it with
And
a little
then-
water.
And there's a lot of stuff going on. I think there's some interesting stuff on the bottom back, like half or 2/3. That's where the spices and some other flavors come up for me. Like I get 2 or 3 up front, and then everything else is like coming to fruition on the back end of this.
There's a twinge of almost spearmint
Mm-hmm.
on the back end, and maybe a tiny hint of licorice in there for me.
I agree with you on that because I got both
Yeah.
of those, like a little black licorice.
We lost you
Me?
Bye, Patty.
because he said the licorice.
Licorice.
Oh, no,
Safe word.
not bad. That's
The safe word.
Patty's
ever-
tapping out.
Licorice! Licorice!
the next time we review one like that, it'll be licorice. And we left with just you guys doing the stream at that point, like licorice, come on.
You say it 3 times, the brothers show up.
Well, this one isn't known for that. There are some places that are known for that black licorice lay-in. So this is totally tolerable. That's not anything bad.
But there is that grassy grain kind of hay note coming in too on the back end of it. It's not, it's not a bad thing at all. It's just, it works with everything else going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you get that grassy little hay note. I think there's like a titch, like a little bend of a left turn. It's not super sharp, but when you hit that, you just like take it, banks it off to a different side. Like you can tell it's going down a different flavor profile, and it doesn't come back.
Yeah, and I think that's when the rye kicks in. You hit that grassy note, and that's the rye, and then all of a sudden you get that mint, and you get the licorice, and
it's kind of it kind of rides like this for me.
Yeah.
It's not layered and it's not smooth. It's like, okay, you're going on a little trek here.
For me, it's like this, and then just off to that side. Yeah, that's so going to be the intro more than whatever it was we had for this. You mean like this?
It's the pop and lock competition of whiskey.
Ride the snake. I think like an old Western or like an 1800s candy store where you stick your nose in and you're getting this old kind of dusty wood kind of rural note and hay, but then you're also getting like this licorice kind of candy come up, a couple other smells like from inside the candy store.
Licorice.
Ugh.
You know what I'm getting for me? It's a Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie.
Okay. It's the creaminess could definitely hit that.
I could see that. It's a fat kid's whiskey.
Yeah, it is sweet.
And like
compared to the other ones,
cake.
compared to the other ones we had tonight, this is actually, it's the one that has a little bit more sugar content. I feel like through it.
It's a dessert. I could kill a lot of that.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, please go down, check out their website. They, like we said, they have some cool shirts. They have one of the cool. They have maybe the coolest shirt in whiskey that I have ever seen, but you can't get it anymore. So it's a little depressing, but they do have some other good ones on their website now. So, check them out because
their pandemic shirt is still up there.
The pandemic shirt's still up there.
Which I do have, which is people can see the logo in the bottom. It has them socially distanced further apart, wearing masks, and underneath it says "Essential AF."
We will see you next week. By now, you'll probably be saying that we'll be talking to the people from MGP on the next show. It's a fairly good case, and if not, it will be soon. We'll be talking to them and going over some of the samples that they send us so we can tell you about some of their upcoming releases this September. Like the Rossville and the Remus releases. It promises to be pretty damn exciting. So stop in and check out that stream. Otherwise, go back and check out the Blaum Brothers stream. That was really fun. They're a good combo to have on, and their backgrounds are awesome. That's another reason why I like them. Like they had their legitimate jobs that were secured for life, and they left them to do this. Not where other people would be like the three of us were like, yeah, fuck what we're doing, let's leave and go do it. Theirs were solid, very very solid. So, I don't know. Remember, it's not the size of the den that matters; it's the love of whiskey. Cheers, everyone out there.
Cheers.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3.